Here's a problem-solving strategy you can try as well. This one is about making a list. If you have lots of different answers that you need to try and organise, making a list is a good way to do that. If you make an organised list, it also enables you to calculate or include all the answers, and you can make sure you've included them all and not skipped any or left any out. So here's our question. 3 darts are thrown at the target shown below. Assume that each of the darts lands within one of the rings or within the bullseye in the centre. How many different point totals are possible? And that's what we're aiming to find out. Not what the totals are necessarily, but how many there are. In order to organise our list, we are going to consider how many bullseyes are thrown. So you can throw 3 bullseyes, so all of the darts can go in the middle, or none of the darts can go in the middle. And of course you've got other options here. This allows me to make sure on the list that I've included all of the options. So then I can show you how I've recorded them. So this is just one way. You could do it lots of different ways, but it allows me to do it really quickly and simply, and I know I've got all of the options recorded. So with 3 darts, I can have all 3 of them hitting the 9 in the bullseye, and that's one option. If I have 2 darts hitting the bullseye, then for the 3rd dart it could either hit the 4 or it could hit the 3. So there's 2 options for hitting 2 bullseyes. If I hit 1 bullseye, the other 2 darts could both hit the 4, they could hit 1 of each, or they could both hit the 3. So again, I know I've covered all of those options, there aren't any more. If I have no bullseyes, I can have all of my darts hitting a 4, or all of my darts hitting a 3, or I can have 2 4s and a 3, or 1 4 and 2 3s. Notice here how it goes 4 4s, 2 4s, 1 4, no 4s. So again, it's in a pattern, it's in an order, it's in a sequence, so I can make sure that I've covered all of the options. And then I count them up and I discover that there are 10 different point totals which are possible. So doing it this way also allows me to realise that all of the different answers, or the totals, are different. So I can make sure that I've covered them all. Here's another way to make a list. In this question, the order is important. Let's have a read. How many different 3-letter code words can you make using the letters P, Q and R if repetition of a letter is not permitted? So you can't have PPP or QQQ. So you have to have each of those letters in the options. Now in this case, the order that you put them in does actually matter. So I'm going to use a tree diagram to help me make sure I've got all of the options covered. The first layer of the tree diagram is very simple. I could use P first, or Q first, or R first. That's it. I've only got 3 options. The next layer, if I've used P already, no repetitions, then I can only use Q or R as the second letter in my code. Same with the other 2. If I've already used Q, then that leaves P and R, etc. The third layer is even easier because there's only one choice left by the time I get down the bottom. If I've used P and Q, then the last one must be R. If I've used P and R, the last one must be Q. So these 2 are actually different answers. Okay, and then same with the others. The final step is just to record all the possible answers by writing them down. So PQR, PRQ, etc. And then I can count them up and see that I have 6 different code words using the letters P, Q and R that I can make without repeating any letters. I know by using this system that I've got all the combinations covered. There's no surprises. I've got them all. So I know that my answer is going to be right. Okay, I hope you can use this in your problem solving, making a list.